As a law firm, especially one that bills, paying attention to their realization rate is very important. Oftentimes, as an attorney, you'll think that you're billing so much for a certain year because of your billable rate. But then when you actually look at it at the end of the year on what's been collected of what you've been billing, you'll see that your rate is actually much lower than you thought. So paying attention to these realization rates as you go along, both by attorney and by client, is very important. Putting together a simple report like this is easy and can be done through the combination of your billing software as well as your accounting software. Starting at the top, we got it by client. So we want to see how much are we billing each of our clients. So we divide it out by client. How much are we billing? It can be during any time period we want. Here we're looking at total bill to these clients versus what we've collected on these ones that we've been billed. This allows us to see clients 1 and 2, when we bill them, we collect over 90% of what we're billing. So we know once the bill goes out the door on those clients, we're likely to collect over 90% of that in a timely manner. Whereas client number 5, we billed $654,000, but we've only collected 49% of that. So we know that when we bill client number 5, we don't know for sure exactly how much is going to be collected. Historically, it looks like only half of it. Moving down, paying attention to the realization rate by attorney is very important as well. A lot of firm managers, the partners of the firm will pay attention to this to see how their associates are doing and how the other partners are doing throughout the firm. Again, dividing it out by attorney, looking at the total amount that they billed their clients for the time period that you want to. Here we're looking at total billed. This is total collected for the time period. Make sure you're looking at the amount that you've collected off what you're showing as being billed. Comparing these two gives you the realization rate. So you can see that, some of the attorneys, what they're billing, we should expect them to get about 90% of that, whereas others, they're getting only 73% or 50%. You can do the same calculation looking at their hours as well. How many hours is each attorney billed? And then how many hours of those billed hours did they actually collect? And you can see here, that gives you the rate of that. So you can see when attorneys like attorney number 4 is saying that he's billing a bunch of hours, 2,500 hours, but he's only collecting 79% of that. Paying attention to your realization rate allows you to really know how much each attorney should be or is actually charging per hour to their client. If your attorney is making $350 or is charging $350 an hour, but his realization rate is only 73%, then you know that his rate is actually only 73% of the $350. Knowing these things can be huge in how you manage your firm and knowing when you're going to have cash, how much you should be paying your attorneys, how much you should be billing out to your clients. Knowing it by client is just as important because then you can see when you have bad clients, like client number 5 that's not paying you everything that you're billing. What's going on there? Does it mean that we have to get rid of the client? Do they just need to be talked to? Maybe they don't like who they're working with. But at least now we can see that there is a problem there. Realization rate is a very important thing. Should be monitored throughout the firm with clients and attorneys throughout the year on a monthly basis at least, I'd recommend. Very important. Let me know what questions you have.